to episode 53 of The Empty Rooms of Gorski Manor. I fell within me, pondering with my own regret upon the tale shared by Bumblebee. A quiet time now, full of deep emotions swelling within my heart cauldron, for the crone and the magpie, mother and daughter. I felt my cauldron tighten with what was. We each hold this lament for someone, for when more than one are entangled, estranged, compromise is required, yet each may not truly know what they truly desire, making it a struggle to receive what each deeply needs, as in the tale it be, not what the crone had longed for. All she can do is continue on. I was slowly pulled from my reverie to wipe away tears I did not realize I had shed. Returned here to the present moment by the sounds of footsteps coming down a hall once again. This time I was ready. Shaking off my melancholy, I reacted quickly. To the door I sprinted and opened it in a snap, to collide straight into Simon, Feathers, Lester, and Modo. "Friends! Friends!" I shouted as we collided in a heap upon the floor, laughter and joy bursting from each of our hearts. Hugs and a few kisses were definitely shared freely. I looked to Modo in shock. His appearance, gianty as usual, but his size, oh my, reduced to a doable portion. Impossibly, him now able to fit within the manor walls. "Where have you all been?" I asked with a hint of irritation. "Modo, how is this possible?" I continued, with many questions flooding from my mind.
"Caw, we have been searching the halls for you, mistress. Caw."
Feathers shared.
"Yes, mistress. We fell into the monk's garden outside the chapel with a big plop."
Simon enacted the plopping on the floor to recreate the moment.
"A monk dressed in brown. Yeah, he met us and gave Modo some herbs."
"Yes, I was too large to get into the manor."
Modo continued the telling of this happening, opening his arms wide to express his usual giant size.
"Oh, yes, I could not even move an inch in fear of stepping and crushing all the herbs and plants in the garden. Monk had been weeding in the garden and came to our assistance. Oh, yes, he said to share his greetings with you, mistress."
"Oh, how nice! That must be Pierre. Oh, it's nice to be remembered. It's been a long time since I have been in the garden. I think a visit is due soon. So, Modo, what did he give you?" My interest in special herbs and their magical powers strongly piqued. Modo looked to Feathers and Simon for assistance.
"I do not know. It was a handful of lots of different herbs. I just swallowed them whole, and blink I was this size.
he said, tugging on his our-size shirt and hair.
Ka, the herbs were all very tiny, mistress. Little leaves and flower buds. Ooh.
Feathers offered with thought.
Yeah, little flowers changed Modo into a little giant.
Simon laughed eagerly with his insight. I am so glad of that, I agreed with a smile to Modo. Reminds me of the Alice in Wonderland tale, a favorite of my childhood.
What is this room?
Simon asked, getting up and peeking inside the open door. I'm not really sure, but there is a lovely purple velvet couch in the center. Oh, so very soft. That's where I awoke, I said, standing up as we all moved to peek deeper into the room.
It feels like a storytelling room.
Modo suggested as he stretched his healing hand into the room to test the energy, closing his eyes for a brief moment. You are right, Modo, I said, with a rush of magical excitement that I get when a companion speaks of what another has experienced before the doing has ever been shared or known with all. Oh, very good, I said with pride. Very, very good. A confirmation.
I want to hear a tale. Yeah, I want to hear a tale. We have been searching for you for a long time, mistress. My feet are tired.
Oh, Simon, sounds like someone needs a foot massage, I said with honest concern. Come, join me on the purple velvet couch. It is quite large, big enough for all of us to fit upon it. And with reverence, we all quietly walked into the empty room and over to the couch. The energy so much like when one enters a sacred church or place, a most interesting and reverent feeling. And we did, all fit nice and snug on the couch.
Who knows a tale? Who knows a tale?
Simon asked as he placed one little foot on my leg, asking for a massage of his sore tootsies. His little feet are so soft and smooth, reminding me of the softest creature I have ever felt. But now Simon is at soft too. It was a stingray at an aquarium I visited long ago with an old friend. Simon closed his eyes with a deep sigh. I began. A bumblebee came from the shadows to tell me a tale of a crone and a magpie. I began to share. I did not want to cause them concern, so decided not to share the coming of the dark night, keeping our time here light and gentle.
I know a tale about the bees and the she.
Lester offered, keeping to the energy of the bees that I could still feel within these walls. Oh, please share, we all said as we relaxed into the couch, so happily together once again.
The flowers that one night the wind was so fair. They flew from the sky, from no one knows where. Through the mystery and magic, the night owl did call. He sang the she with the mischief they make. Of water and stone cold, full of distance. Oh, so sweet, of honey tendrils to the faith you now belong. Through the flowers that one night the wind was so fair, they flew from the sky, from no one knows where.
A wolf howled, an owl screeched. From the shadows they both emerged. We huddled together upon the purple velvet couch for safety, as their sudden appearance caused us great concern. The owl hovered before us, slowly, quietly flapping her wings, keeping her steady in place, yet not a gust could we feel from her slow, slow flapping. The wolf, pure white with amber eyes, kept his distance, but circled us slowly, keeping his unblinking stare upon all of us. Modo slowly moved to stand, his posture that of protection, turning in unison with the wolf as he walked behind us, to our side, circling us, we who sat on the couch. A laugh, no, a cackle, came from the ether. The energy of this room, manifesting what words I was thinking. Wolf, I thought, and it let out another howl, making us all jump, only to grab onto each other more tightly as the couch began to move. It bumped into Modo, causing him to fall back onto the couch to us. The couch began to walk on its four legs. The owl flew on before us into the misty shadows. We, having no choice in the matter, quickly followed before any of us could jump off the now running couch. The wolf soon overtook us and ran ahead under the owl, both leading our way. We ran through the manor, ignoring walls and halls and stairs, passing straight through these things as we went, us as specters, ghosts, screaming with fright at each time we advanced to a wall or a brick fireplace. We feared a collision as they appeared quite solid, but each time our screams and concerns for nothing as we easily passed right through. We, now obviously on a different plane, a different realm here in the manor. I thought of bees, and soon the sound of bees filled the air. Water and fire sang out to us. Yet we flew to somewhere that beckoned the purple velvet couch onward. A task taken to completion, oozing Whispers came from nowhere and everywhere. I could now see the bees swirling around us, laughing and teasing, rushing near us, just brushing against us with a touch of a sting, keeping our attention focused on them as we tried to swat them away and rubbed the spots that tingled from their stings. Ouch! Oh, ouch! I cried as one scratched my cheek.
Mistress, ouch. Look closer.
Simon cried as he rubbed his shoulder where a bee had just sat and stung him. Oh my, the she! I gasped, for the bees have transformed.
Where are they taking us? Where are they taking us?
Lester clicked her teeth, her bones rattling as we were jostled this way and that. I could see even little scratches upon her bones.
Babies, scaredy cats. Foolish, foolish, scaredy cats. Foolish, foolish, silly babies. Silly babies. Babies.
Within the manor.
Modo asked with deep insight.
Who invited
Who
them
invited
within the
them
manor?
within
Who
the
invited them
manor?
Who invited them into manor? Who invited them into the manor?
We looked at them quietly in our panic, for that is what the she seek. Chaos. Time to jump! I shouted. We needed to break this spell, for we know not what we did to irritate them, but I felt strongly we did not want to meet what waited for us at the end of this path. The owl stopped short before us, as did the wolf, each blocking the way of the couch, which stopped so fast we all were thrown off the couch and into a bed of moss. With a howl and a screech, they, the owl and the wolf, disappeared, and the couch also disappeared with the laughter of the she fading into the ether. We sat there bewildered, rubbing our tender parts that received a hurtful bump from this rough release. What has just happened? I asked in total confusion.
Caw, where are we, mistress?
Feathers said, looking around with confusion in all directions. I expected a complaint from Simon, but upon not hearing his voice, I looked frantically around for him. Where is Simon? We all quickly stood up and looked within the moss, calling his name loudly in Simon, hoping he was not still on the couch.
Simon. Oh, there he is.
Lester called from a small bush of thorns.
He's in there.
We ran quickly to his aid, and there was Simon, out cold, tangled in the center of a gorse bush of thorns. Even with its many lovely yellow blossoms, its appearance that of gloom and doom. How he got within its center we could not imagine. Simon! Simon! Wake up, Simon! Modo blew a breath of healing over him. Oh, and that did the trick, for Simon stirred and screamed when he saw his entrapment.
Mistress, ouch.
He screamed as a thorn pricked him each time he moved. We could hear giggling from nearby. Don't move so fast. Move carefully, I encouraged Simon, who was getting very agitated, and I was concerned his panic would cause him great harm. Take a deep breath and be still for a moment, I said. Let us think what we can do. The owl returned, screeching to us for attention. We all looked to her in fright, only to see many thorns stuck within her side. She is the owl in the song, the tale of betrayal we heard upon the purple velvet couch. She looked terribly harassed, darting this way and that, as if someone or something called to her, wanting her response. Quickly she cried, "Fire, water," and disappeared with a final shriek.
Caw-caw. In the song, mistress. In the song, fire and water.
Oh, yes, I remember, I said. It was the well of the she, of fire and water.
Look, mistress.
Modo said, touching the thorn bush carefully.
See? There are runes in the thorns.
Runes? I said with eager curiosity, looking closer within the tangle, feeling urgency as my eyes flowed to Simon, who was so sad, trapped and lost within. Turisas, I said, Turisas, the thorn rune of the Jotun giants. Oh my, how very appropriate, how the runes weave all together. Sometimes much energy is needed to understand them.
Turisas.
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 Modo, Feathers, and Lester whispered the energy of this rune. Simon is not trapped, I said with a shock of revelation. He is protected. If he is safe, I began slowly, quietly, thinking it out, looking intently at our surroundings for the first time. Where are we? Safe! A shiver of understanding ran down my spine. Within me, I looked to Lester, my skeleton, who shivered too. Blessings and hugs, dear listener.
Through the flowers that one night the wind was so fair. They flew from the sky, from no one knows where.